Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 2! Thank you guys so much for sticking with me the last couple weeks. I am finally done with the super busy schedule and I'll be having a lot more time to put into YouTube. We're recording a lot more, going to be doing some more live streams, stuff like that. So get excited. I'll probably have an update video next week, kind of talk about some new plans. Once I get my final paycheck from my job, I should be able to possibly get some new games for us to enjoy. So leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions for new games for PlayStation 4. I know there's a whole world of games on PC right now that I would love to play. I know you guys would love to see, but I just don't have a strong enough computer to record and play a game on the same computer at the same time. So, PlayStation 4 suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I'll definitely take a look at it. Because as much as I like to play things that I enjoy, I also want to make sure you guys are enjoying it as well. And it's a two-way street. I definitely need to start building up the money now that I'm unemployed again. But, we're going to be back to NASCAR Heat 2 now. If you recall from our live stream, we have a doubleheader at Darlington, of all places. But let's just, for kicks and giggles, check our rival status again. So, William Byron, Cole Custer, Joey Gase, Kevin Harvick, Daniel Hemrick, Eric Jones, Carl Long, Brennan Poole, Garrett Smithley, Daniel Suarez, Darrell Wallace Jr., and J.J. Yaley. All level 5 pissed off. And we got Michael Onett, Dakota Armstrong, Ray Black Jr., Jeremy Clements, Timmy Hill, Brandon Jones, Dylan Lumpton, Ty Majeski, Ryan Reed, Harrison Rhodes, all level 4 pissed off. So, we are past the stretch of racetracks that this might be an issue for, except for Talladega. But I don't know how this is going to go at Darlington. I haven't really raced at Darlington in this game. But let's just go and find out. Head off to qualifying. Like I said, thank you guys so much for sticking with me the last couple weeks. I'm super excited to get back on, focused on YouTube and start improving the channel bit by bit. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. As always, feel free to share with your friends my channel because we've kind of hit a plateau as far as subscriber count recently. So I ask you, my fans of NASCAR and other things that I do, which is basically NASCAR right now, that if you enjoy my stuff and you would like my stuff to keep going, then I highly recommend you share my channel with some of your friends. Alright, qualifying effort take 2. I hit the apron coming out of turn 4. Coming out turn 2 actually it was, on my first lap of qualifying last take, so we're going to just do a take 2 here. But yeah, I don't really have any idea what to expect here at Darlington. I don't know how usable the apron's going to be, even though it is usable in real life to an extent. It's definitely does not seem to be very usable here. But I gotta be careful coming off of turn 2 here that I don't go down to the apron. That was much better. We scraped the wall just because of my own stupidity. As far as this week goes, we're going to stick with the schedule that we used before my 2-week break-ish. I might rearrange the order of things. But that's the plan at least. So we qualified not great, but this is a throwback weekend, so we will see a bunch of the throwback DLC schemes in both this race and the Cup race, so I'm excited for that. I haven't really seen many of these schemes in action yet. 23rd, I mean, as long as we're starting on the inside, I'm not too worried about it. The problem is, again, I'm not too sure how well the apron is going to be able to be utilized here. Because in real life, you can use it to an extent, but apparently we can't use it here. Here we go. Well, that didn't take long. Wow, caution for that? That's surprising. Well, we got a pit now because of damage. I was surprised the caution came out for that. But we're going to pit. We might actually be able to make it to the end from here. Actually, no, don't do that. I should tighten it up a little bit. I'm surprised the caution came out for that. We didn't go sideways or anything like that. We got the Jeff Gordon throwback scheme from Dylan Lumpton up ahead. So that's kind of cool to see. Alright, I don't know why I'm going 3 wide here, but we're going to have to make it work here. Timmy Hill's not really helping the cause right now. There we go. Oh look, here's Mr. I cause every caution at the Texas Cup race, Ray Black Jr. here. And he's mad at me, so I'm surprised. Actually, this is a long stretch of people who are mad at me. We had J.J. Yaley, Garrett Smithley, and Ray Black Jr. all right there. Darrell Wallace Jr. is also mad at me. Brandon Jones, I think, is level 4 pissed off. He's probably level 5 pissed off now. Yeah, I had a feeling Darlington might not be as smooth as I had previously anticipated. Oh, Daniel Hemrick, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and that's the wall. Okay, and Hemrick just ran straight into me. Is he one of those guys that's mad at me? I don't really remember anymore. There are so many guys mad at me, I can't keep track of it. It's really kind of a sad statement. Get around Ty Dillon here. We're good to the end of this stage on fuel for sure. I really don't know how many stages till, how many race. Oh my gosh, I completely said that backwards. How many laps are in the last stage, not how many stages are in the race. Wow, I just completely messed that up. Harvick is mad at me. Harvick is mad at me. I can tell. I'm trying very hard to turn left so he doesn't put me on the wall. Somehow we survived. Harrison Rhodes, I think, is not super pissed off at me, which is absolutely fabulous. We might be able to accumulate some stage points here. But I just gotta be careful coming off of the exit of the corners when I accelerate, not to get on the apron. Get around Tyler Reddick on the high side. High side seems to be working here. I'm not usually a fan of using the high side because I'm terrified of hitting the wall, but it seems to be working so far. This looks like Justin Allgaier throwback here, and the Blake Cook throwback, so those are cool. Didn't Brendan Poole have a throwback? I'm pretty sure he did, but it's just not in the game right now. At least it doesn't look like it is. It might be, I'm not sure. Kind of hard to differentiate. Oh, I'm also pretty sure he's mad at me, so I'm going to try to get around him as fast as possible. And we're up to 7th. After wrecking our way out of the first stage, that's a pretty good comeback, I would say. It leads me to believe we might have a chance at a win, assuming we don't get wrecked by the 10 people who are mad at me. I wonder, you know, my whole train of thought as far as this series is win the Xfinity Series Championship hopefully now. If not, we'll do both Xfinity and Cup next season. Now once we win a Cup Championship, we're going to try to run all 3 series. I wonder if my rivals in the Truck Series are still mad at me, you know, 3-4 seasons later. Because it dies down after the season, so I would assume that they're not going to be mad at me when I go back into the Truck Series. But we're going to get underneath Gone here, but we're not going to get him at the line. We finished 7th in Stage 2. Again, doesn't really mean anything to us. We need to accumulate playoff points. I can use words. I don't need to pit. I'm staying out. We're going to take the lead. Now, the problem, I don't know if it's a problem or a solution here, but a bunch of people stayed out as well, but they didn't pit with me at the end of Stage 1. So I think there's a bunch of cars here who are still going to have to pit. That's at least my initial thought process, because there were about at least 10 cars that stayed out with me. So assuming that we don't get a barrage of cautions at the end of the race to extend this race into many, many overtimes, we're probably going to be good. And all the people behind us are probably going to have to pit from my calculations here. But I'm not really sure. We're only 2 laps to the good. Well, then again, we did only run 1 lap in stage 1 because we wrecked. Or did we run 2 laps? I'm not positive. I don't have the chat here to confirm or deny, unfortunately. That's what I like about the chat. I can ask a question and they can confirm usually within 5 minutes. Like, I remember I was asking a question on the Dirt to Daytona stream. Is this track a real life track or is it completely fictional? And James was like, look it up on Google, and there we go. Within a couple minutes we knew the answer. So that's nice about live streaming. I'm probably going to live stream more, but it's not going to be the games that I do on a regular basis, except for NASCAR Heat 2. We'll keep those streams going.
5 to go.
But if I stream more, it will probably be some different types of games. Maybe some Madden, some MLB, NHL. I got the new NHL game a couple weeks ago, just haven't done anything with it. Maybe some PS3 games. I have a couple games lined up there that I wouldn't mind tapping into. So live streams are probably going to be different games than what we do during the week. Then again, live streaming Dirt to Daytona was actually pretty fun. We didn't get very many viewers, but it was pretty fun with the few of you who were there to talk with. So we have a 5-second lead. We're pretty much pulling away here. But I'll just keep talking to you guys. There's only 3 laps left, so I'll just keep talking to you guys. But yeah, streams, if I do more frequent streams, will definitely probably be different games than what we currently do during the week, as far as recording goes. I'll definitely never be streaming NASCAR 07 again. NASCAR 07, I need to take like little mini breaks in between some of these races, just to cool myself down, and I can't really do that on streams. So, but I have yet to see anybody come down pit road that pitted with me. So I'm not quite sure what their pit strategy is here. But it doesn't really matter because we're leading by 7 seconds. I really wish we hadn't wrecked out of the first stage, because I think we could have possibly won the second stage had we not started last. But it looks like they're going to make it, which is excellent for them. Good fuel strategy plan for them. A good fuel strategy plan for us as well, obviously. But white flag is out, sponsored by AdvoCare. Assuming I don't do anything completely stupid, we're going to run away with this thing. But it looks like a great fuel mileage pit strategy going on for about half of the field. Well, not even half the field. It was only like 10-15 drivers. So excellent fuel strategy for them. I was glad I wrecked out of stage 1 because we won. I think that's the first time we've won since the update, because I put a victory song in, and I don't think we've ever heard that victory song. That is how long it's been since we've won a race, guys. Because I don't remember hearing that victory anthem at all recently. Ryan Reed won the first stage but finished 36th. Man, pit strategy sure didn't work in his favor. Who was that? Who was a lap down at the end? Brendan Gaughan 5 laps down at the end. So not a good race for him. But that is 5 playoff points that will really help us in the playoffs, I believe. We're getting pretty close to the playoffs, too. We actually bumped up in points. We're tied with Eric Jones, but we passed Ryan Reed legitly, and we're tied with Eric Jones, and we have the tiebreaker because of the most wins. And that also helps Justin Allgaier, because we don't know what the situation is as far as if there's another winner. We're going to have 12 winners. But, you know, they always say first place in points is basically like a win. You get locked into the chase, but if you have 12 winners, then where does that rank in everything? But we're heading off to victory lane. It's another win for the Happy Dog in spirit, obviously. I can't wait to get that truck back when we race for all 3 championships. But yeah, I think that's the first time we've won since the patch. That is ridiculous, because I don't remember ever hearing that victory anthem. But we'll head back to the menu and see who we're running with for the Cup Series. We don't know who we're running with yet. We haven't done a Cup Series race in a while. We are going to run for Front Row Motorsports. That's a bit of a downgrade. But then again, we have been terrible at our 4-star hot seat offers. What teams have we actually passed our hot seat offers for in the Cup? Not that teams. Germain, Gaunt Brothers, Circle Sport, and Roush Fenway. We've passed Roush Fenway. So at this rate, it looks like we're just going to be promoted through the system. And I don't really want to race for Front Row, really. It'd be cool, but I really don't have a desire to run for that kind of team. But who knows? This could be a good thing for us. So I had to take a quick sip of my beverage. I'm recording this on Sunday, right after the race. And on the day before Saturday, I had a very, very long day. So my voice is a little shot. But I am still here for you guys. And we're running this 34 car. Hey, Loves is a secondary sponsor for us in the Xfinity Series. So this is kind of like the second hot seat offer in a row that we've gotten, like a sponsorship upgrade kind of thing. Let's qualify. Now, I'm pretty sure the 34 car had a throwback scheme. So I'm wondering why we're not running the throwback scheme. Because I'm pretty darn sure they ran a throwback scheme. Maybe they didn't put it in the game yet. That's also a possibility as well. Some of these lower funded teams. Oh no. Well, that's coming to the green, so we can still make up for it. At least it wasn't on a qualifying lap. I was like, I already had to do a take 2 for qualifying in the Xfinity Series, so really didn't want to have to do that again here. But this might be our last hot seat offer. If that's the case, we're not going to have a 5-star team next year, which is really, honestly depressing. But I only have myself to blame. And that's the wall, so we're probably going to qualify last. I only have myself to blame for not doing well in my hot seat offers. 33rd, not last, but not great. But yeah, I only have myself to blame because I really struggled in a couple of our hot seat offers. I'm still mad about not getting the Watkins Glen one. I should have gotten the Watkins Glen one, no problem. But let's head off to the race and turn it over to PRN.
NASCAR returns to Darlington Raceway for the Bojangles Southern 500. The Lady in Black has had a long tradition of tormenting drivers. But a new tradition has recently blossomed here as Darlington has become the host of the official NASCAR Throwback Weekend. So travel back in time with us today as we celebrate pre-1989 NASCAR. Let's head down to the track and get it started.
I want to know, and you guys can look back on the video on this, why is, like, obviously during the intro there's, you know, a real life portion to it, and then there's like the show, it's like an in-game thing, like at the very end when they show the lineup, Why is that so low resolution? It makes no sense to me why that is so low in the resolution. So our teammate has a throwback scheme. Wait. Did you guys just see that? There's 2 Landon Cassills. One racing the throwback scheme. Did you guys see that? I had to pause. But I didn't pause at the right time. Well, congratulations, game. You have duplicated... Well, technically we're running in this car. But, I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen. Just a hinge. Or a hunch, dear Lord. I'm thinking Astros. I'm thinking Houston Astros right now, AJ Hinch. But pretty sure Landon Cassill is not all supposed to be running a 34 car with a slightly different paint scheme at the same time I'm running a 34 car. We wrecked Jamie McMurray, but we both saved it, so that's not going to be a caution. I wish I had paused when I had that other 34 car in view. I'm going to have to make that a screenshot once I edit this video. That's the apron that I spun out with a couple times. I don't know why I did that. The Cup Series obviously has a lot more throwback schemes than the Xfinity Series does, which is cool. I really do enjoy running this with the realistic paint schemes. There's Denny Hamlin, everybody's worst enemy right now. Seems like he almost wrecked Eric Jones pretty much unnecessarily in the Texas race today. As the time I'm recording this, it was today. But yeah, that answers my question on whether the 34 had a throwback scheme or not. They're just gonna race the throwback scheme at the same time as the regular scheme, apparently. Oh, Jimmy Johnson's gonna wreck the field here. I did not mean to do that, but that pack was super slow. I don't know why it was super slow. But we're doing really well, I say, as I hit the wall. But we're in 9th, which for Front Row Motorsports at a non-restricted plate track is excellent. And we have a ton of speed. So, we're in good shape. I think Darlington really suits my driving style when I'm not being stupid. How many laps to go on the stage? 7 laps to go. This is a long race. This is a 500-mile race after all. But I guess we'll talk about the Texas race. It's kind of boring, in my opinion. Restarts were fun. I enjoyed restarts, but we didn't have very many of them at first. We had a few of them at the end. The TV people were making a big fuss about the, reconfiguration. It's not that new, guys. Didn't it happen last year? They've already raced like 2 or 3 races at Texas since the reconfiguration. Is that really something they need to talk about every minute, seems like? I liked having Dale Jarrett in the booth. They had Steve Letarte and Jeff Burton on a separate location, and they had just Rick Allen and Dale Jarrett in the booth. I like Dale Jarrett a lot better than Jeff Burton, in my opinion. I like Steve. I'm kind of mixed on Steve Letarte. I don't know whether I like him or not. But there's really not a lot of good crew chief options as far as the booth goes. I thought Larry McReynolds was an excellent option, but Fox obviously decided against that. But I think Larry does a good job in his current role as chief strategist or whatever it's called. So he's still involved in the broadcast. I appreciate that. We're going to get around Kane for 5th place. Kind of did a little slide job there, dirt track style. But 5th place for Landon Cassill, number 2, apparently. Yeah, that was weird. Wonder if that's a glitch with running different paint schemes. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. I guess Front Row Motorsports wanted to get Landon Cassill some points. So, it's kind of like, at short tracks, late models and stuff like that. They have they have 3 numbers, but like 2 of the numbers are bigger than the other one. So this is the 34 car, but Landon Cassill's like running the 34-1, but the 1 is like super small. like, what is it? Oh yeah, Carlon Motorsports. Whenever you see them on like the J-Ski entry list or the official NASCAR entry list, they're 266, not 66. They're 266. Oh, yellow's out, so that's the end of the stage. We finished 5th in the stage. That's excellent. Let's see what the pit strategy is. Yeah, we have to pit in order to make it to the end of the next stage. What's our tire wear looking like? We're gonna do 4 tires now. No, we're gonna do 2 tires now. 2 tires, 1 can of fuel. And then we'll do full service at the end of stage 2. Because the left side should be able to manage one more stage here. Oh, this is a longer stage. Did I pack enough fuel in the car? Okay, I packed just enough fuel, but I'm going to cause a caution here. Meanwhile, well, I sure hope I cause a caution. Please. Well, frick you, game. Now we're going to pit. Last race, they called a caution for me getting out of whack, like, almost instantly. But now it waits until I'm in dead last place. Alright. Hopefully we get close to our arch rival Landon Cassill 2.0 here, so I can get a good screenshot for the video here. Don't get on the apron, Aaron. That is not a good idea. There was a group of cars that stayed out after the end of the stage and pitted with me there. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I didn't really comment on it at the time. Alright, here we come to Landon Cassill 2.0 here. Right there. Right in front of us with the Love's throwback. I'm pretty sure Matt DiBenedetto had a throwback scheme as well. Here we are. Oh, I'm about to spin out though. But yeah, there's Landon Cassill. I'm sure I'll get a good screenshot out of that.
Clear high, car outside.
But that's just weird.
Clear high.
But we got to make our way up here from last place again, which is frustrating, but it's nature of the beast when I get on the apron stupidly. Squeeze Danica down there. Again, I'm pretty sure Danica had a throwback scheme, so they must not have gotten all of the throwback schemes in the first thing, because there's a few cars that don't have anything. Like Paul Menard, it doesn't look like has his. Danica Patrick didn't. Not most of the back markers. They didn't have a throwback scheme, so that's understandable. Or they don't have the money to get the new throwback scheme in the game. Don't hit the wall. There we go. But we're making our way through the pack here pretty quickly. We know we're good. And I think we have a shot at winning this race if we can get back up front here. But this is probably the longest cup race we've run yet. Alright, just got Chris Buescher under the wall. Not too thrilled about that. This might be one of the longest cup races we've done so far. I don't know how many 500 milers we've actually done. We're going to get on the outside of Clint Boyer. Maybe even on the outside of Daniel Suarez. Use the wall as a little assistance here. And it seemed to work out. I'm sure we've gotten our Darlington stripes, but it's not like it's going to actually look like one, if we could even have the chance. Looks like Chase Elliott also got his Darlington stripe right there. We're going to go on the outside of Earnhardt. Outside seemed to be working. Even with me hitting the wall repeatedly, we still seem to make passes. Oh, I'm sorry, Chase Elliott. How did we get a yellow for that? You don't get a yellow for me spinning out across the track until I'm dead last already? Oh my god. Nobody's pitting because nobody can make it all the way. So we're going to have to make a green flag pit stop, dear Lord in heaven. Green flag pit stop at Darlington is going to be terrible. Darlington's one of the worst pit roads to get on in real life.
Let's go get it.
And I struggle at a normal track to get on pit road. This is going to be bad, guys. Yeah, this is going to be bad. I don't know how to say it any other way. This is going to be bad. But let's at least try to get up front before we have to pit.
Clear.
Kind of shoved my way there, but we got 9 laps before we have to pit. How many? Oh, crap. Well,
Clear high.
we could also cause a caution that would negate the need to pit under a green flag, but let's try not to do that. 8 and 22, so we're going to have to pit with about, oh, Kurt Busch, 14 laps to go, and that's barely enough to get us to the end. Oh, Kurt Busch, you idiot.
Caution's out. Back her down.
Well, at least Denny Hamlin's out of the race in last. We're going to do all of our service now. So then when we have to pit later in the race, we can only do 2 tires. Actually, it looks like a bunch of people had a similar idea. About 16 people, maybe?
They're about to throw the green. Here's the green flag.
We can't make it to the end from here. 14 laps to go, I'm pretty sure we can't.
Hold your line.
No, but we can take half a can of, no, probably a can of fuel. So I'll take right side tires along with it, probably.
Clear up top.
Okay, this is not the recommended line at Darlington, people. Just in case if you use my videos as tutorials, which I don't know why you would. We're going to pit again. And that's the rest of the field pitting, so I assume we can make it to the end now. So all those people who pitted with us are now up front. I assume we can make it to the end. But let's find out. Nope, nobody can make it to the end. So the people who pitted with us on that first caution at the stage break, or what? No, the first caution after the stage break, are probably in the catbird seat right now. No, I don't want to cause a caution, but there we go. Let's not damage ourselves. Alright, we're gonna pit for everything. And the 7 of us who pitted, I think are going to be leading this race at the end. But we need to not have a caution. But I believe 7 of us can make it to the end. But I don't think anybody else can. So I do not want a caution. So I'm going to try to race super clean. But we know how that usually goes. But I'm going to try my hardest to race super clean. And not cause any cautions. I'm not even going to try to pass any of these guys. Even though I know I'm going to have to eventually. I'm not even going to try to pass any of these guys.
Keep it right.
Until the end of the race. Never mind. I'm going to try to pass these guys as clean as livingly possible. By yours truly. Which is not saying much. Okay, don't cause a caution. Alright. We didn't cause a caution. That's all I can ask for there. And now we actually have some separation, so I'm fine with that. We know we're faster than all the guys who can make it to the end. We know that. But we just gotta be smart. And wait it out until everybody has to pit. Which is not going to be until maybe the last 5 laps, maybe even the last couple laps. So we know it's going to be a while before they pit. So we gotta just be careful here. Pick our lines carefully, not get on the apron again, even though I really think that's rather unrealistic how unusable the apron is here. Like, in the very, very low line, yes, but like the one line that's below the white line in the turns, I feel like that's extremely usable in real life. I don't know.
Clear high.
Thank you, Kennington, for going up the track to try to let me go, but I wasn't going to try to be stupid enough to take that line. No, no. Okay. Keep going. Every time I say I'm not going to be that stupid, I'm that stupid. But at least this time I've been able to save it both times. But now we've got, I assume, some damage. Somebody came down pit road there. Eric Jones is already down pit road. I don't know if that's damage related or if that's his actual pit stop here. We got another slow car up ahead here. Please don't cause a caution, whoever you are. Be smart enough to go around him. Please. Is that Eric Jones? Yeah, that's Eric Jones. Thank you, AI, for being smart enough to get around him. Well, that separated everybody a little bit. But we just need to not have a caution. And this is going to work out wonderfully for us and the 7 people who pitted with us, which is mostly back markers. Just saying. Us included. Landon Cassill is usually a back marker. Even though... No! Save it! No!
Watch for debris.
We're still going to be in good shape, but that completely takes away the massive advantage we had.
Ready? Steady. Okay.
I knew I couldn't do it.
Arlo, green baby. Let's go.
I knew I couldn't do it. Not here when I'm so fast. If it was at like Bristol or Martinsville where I'm not super fast on a normal occasion, then I might have been able to do it.
Arlo.
Well, I take that back. If it was at like Daytona, I take that back. I can't think of a single track that I would be able to survive that long at when I'm this fast and in the back of the pack. But now we have a bunch of really slow cars up front.
Clear high.
We can all make it to the end. So this is going to be a wacky race result, regardless of who wins this race, I have a feeling. But I would certainly like to win this race. I'm not worried about whatever the sponsorship or the team objective was, because I'm pretty sure if we get a win, they're not going to care. Hey, our duplicate Landon Cassill is actually in the top 10 as well. But I'm going to wreck you because you're an imposter. You got...
Caution is out.
Alright. This is overtime. Unfortunately, we're on the outside line for the start. But any of these guys up front, if they win, they're going to throw a wrench into the Cup Series chase. I'm not worried about the Cup Series chase, obviously. I'm here for a win. Now, if I win, it obviously doesn't mess up the Cup Series chase that much, but it would feel good to get a win in the Cup Series, considering how bad our hot seat offers have gone so far. Joey Gase. You made me wreck myself. Oh, this is bad. Okay. I can't pit. I can't. I got 18 seconds worth of damage, but I can't pit. I'm going to lose my objective.
Stay sharp. Green coming. Nice.
I see it now. This is why the other Landon Cassill's in the race, so that I finished poorly. But we got a ton of damage, radiator damage, so we're probably going to start overheating pretty soon. This might take a win out of the equation for us, but maybe we can help our teammate David Reagan up here. But we don't have any engine damage, so that's a good thing. We only have 2 laps, so I don't think our radiator's going to get too out of control. So we might have a shot at winning this after all. It's just our aero damage that's really bad. But I don't think that's going to hurt us too much. We are in the lead. White flag is out, sponsored by Loves. We are in the lead. Let's see if we can keep the lead. Again, if David Reagan wins, I'm not too upset. If Trevor Bayne wins, I'm not too upset. Because they're both teammates in one way or another. But I am here to win this race. I am here to avenge the wrongful duplication of Landon Cassill. We win.
Way to dig, guys. That's a win, baby. Woohoo!
We win. we do the weekend sweep at Darlington, of all places. We've achieved a hot seat goal. Duplicate Landon Cassill finished 6th. That is quite the top 10 there. Let's let it cycle around. Jones and Hamlin. Us, Bain, Reagan, Allmendinger, Gase are your top 5. So, that's our first win. We're 39th in points, so it's not going to matter. But that feels good to get. It does. There's our first Cup Series trophy, our first non-generic trophy. We win the Southern 500. I didn't think about that. One of the crown jewels of NASCAR. We have won the Southern 500 for Front Row Motorsports. This is Regan Smith Part 2, apparently. Regan Smith Simulator. That is awesome. That is awesome. And I'm sure we're going to get a bunch of Twitter and messages and stuff like that. That's a longer episode, but considering our success, I really don't mind. Nice job with that top 18 finish. Yep, that's not the issue there. Message from Joey Logano.
That's 25 wins. Congratulations.
Our 25th win is our first Cup race win as well. I just saw the most amazing thing. I'm not even on a team yet, and I still won a Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series race. Hashtag that is incredible from the one and only 7-time champ, Jimmy Johnson. Thank you, Jimmy. That's probably our last Cup ride, because Richmond is next, yeah. And then it's the playoffs for the Cup Series. So, our options are a little limited going into the Cup Series next year, but we'll figure that out at a later time. So we'll have Richmond and then Chicagoland in the next episode, and then we're going to start the chase in our live stream this week, which I don't know what. Well, it's triple header weekend again, so I'm going to have to figure it out. What the schedule is for the live stream. I'd like to do Saturdays again now that we are done with my ridiculous schedule. Let's see if there's any new people who's mad at us. Was Daniel Hemrick? Brandon Jones was not on that list before. Otherwise, those are possibly the only 2 names I recognize. Hey, Ray Black Jr.'s not mad at us anymore. Or was he not mad at us before? I feel like he wasn't mad at us. I feel like he was mad at us. Let's see who's not mad at us. We actually have Eric Almirola, Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, Morgan Shepherd not mad at us. So, we got 4 people who are completely friendly. And one of them is Joey Logano. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button and click that little notification bell so you get a notification every single time I post a video and go live for a live stream. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.